Okay, I'm talking to the guys today, the people out there, the girls that have a channel already up. I've been getting comments and I've been looking at channels. That's what I said I was going to do. It's what I've done. If you go and look at other channels of these guys that have kicking it out of the park, they're getting all this attention right now. Go look at their original videos. Some of them, I mean, there's guys out here that's been posting uh, that have now seen success 10, 15 years. They've now started to get so this is going to take years to get to that kind of level. So if you're going in, create a channel expecting to kick it out of the park, oh, I'm going to be one. That is so rare. You probably have a better chance of going out and qualifying for an NFL team. Not to say to some of these guys out here that can do that. There are some guys out here that athletically probably go try that out. But anyway, let's get off of that. It takes years to get to that kind of level. So if you're going into doing a channel expecting to be one of these gurus, you're going to knock it out of the park right from day one. It's very, very rare. What it takes is persistence out here. All right. The top YouTubers are not the guys that are out here just killing it all the time. When they started out, their channels were just probably like yours are when you start out. They aren't getting a whole lot of views. You can go back and look. I'm not telling you nothing that can't be researched. You can go look at this. All right. So if you've got a channel and it hasn't quite done what you expected it to do, and you've kind of slowed off, you've given it up, go back and redo your stuff or start you another channel. All right. With a new focus. And the focus now is going to be creating better content and more consistent, and do those thumbnails and everything. Do you realize that only, let's see, what is it? I wrote it down earlier. This was a YouTube report. Almost 2/3 of videos never get 100 views. 2/3 of all the videos posted on YouTube never get over 100 views. All right. That's just realistic. That's just the way it is. And a lot of times it's because the person didn't stay consistent and keep going. You got to look at this as a long journey. If you're going to do YouTube, just do it for fun. You know, I'm doing it to make a little bit of money down the road, but I'm doing it with the idea of this is fun. This is a real challenge. And if you get out there and do it, you can do it too. I did a stat yesterday on what this channel's done. Overnight, it's done even better. It's just by being consistent. You know, and I've got where I'm kind of skipping a day because I'm focusing right now on some of my other channels. I'm doing the faceless stuff. If you haven't heard, I'm doing both. So do not expect that you're going to be one of these guys that's going to come in here, start posting videos. All right, here I go. No, it takes time, but it's fun. Get the right attitude. Accept the fact that it's going to take you a little while to get this going, and just look at it that way. Look at it as a journey. This is your YouTube journey. Go out and claim those pieces of YouTube real estate I've talked about before. All right. So if you've got a channel, a lot of these guys were in the same boat I was in a month and a half ago. I put up a few videos, started getting a little bit of attention. Now, if I'd stopped right there, that's where it would have been. But what did I do? I did exactly what I'm trying to tell you guys to do. Keep going. Don't give up. Be consistent. Give out some good information on what I'm doing information right now. If you haven't never seen me before, I have some faceless channels. On this channel right here was an experiment, totally experiment, just to see what would happen doing a face channel, talking about what I'm doing on my faceless stuff. So today I'm just talking to guys or people out there. I've been getting a lot of comments, and I've been going looking at your stuff. And some of them were 7, 8 years ago. People started their channels. They haven't really stayed with it. They really haven't kept on top of it. They lost interest. They didn't see the immediate response, the immediate results of their work. But guess what? The same big YouTubers out here you're watching right now on here, the guys that are just killing it all every week, every week, every week. They're just, I mean, just getting hundreds of thousands of views on their stuff. What did they do? They stayed persistent. 10, 15 years of doing this, they kept going, kept going, kept going, kept working that system. And now with AI, they've improved it. They're talking about their videos today, just like mine, are better than the first one I did. The very first one I did was like, okay, I threw my face on the internet here and I said, okay, I'm going to start talking about what I'm doing on some of my other stuff. And I've kept it going. I've kept it going because I'm learning little tricks. And I'm learning that a lot of these guys that have started channels, and you may be one of them, that you put up videos, 10, 15 videos a couple years back, didn't see a whole lot of response, you kind of lost interest in it, pick that stuff back up. If you're interested in doing YouTube today, it's easier than it was 2 or 3 years ago. It's easier than it was 10 or 15 years ago for sure. And it's not that hard to get yourself back into the game. And it is a game. And look at it that way. You're playing a game. This is just your first quarter, first half of the quarter. You still got halftime to go through, the analyzation of what you've done, the redoing of what you've done. You can still make this a success, but don't give up. Be persistent. Be very consistent. So go back to your channels and redo those. Okay. What else was it? 2/3 of the videos never get the 100 views. I've already got several videos on this channel that have gone over 100 in a month and a half. But it's because I wouldn't have got that if I hadn't have been making more videos. Those videos have helped the traffic on the other videos in the past. This is not that hard. I'm assuming that most of you understand that. The videos you post today will help the videos you posted back then. But you got to be consistent. Keep it going. If you wanted to do YouTube, if you ever started it, you definitely wanted to do it for some reason. Whatever your motivation was, if you've lost interest in that motivation for what was causing you to make that channel, create you another channel. You've already got some experience. You've already done the hard work. You've learned the procedure a little bit. Now, if you haven't done it for a few years, I'm seeing features now that I understand weren't here. That helps you. And if you use the VidIQ and the TubeMagic and NVideo, ChatGPT, and there's some other great little, I'm using a little bit of CapCut on my other channels. I'm using a few other items that I'm still not going to talk about yet because I'm not confident. I haven't used them enough. You understand? I'm not going to try to tell people here to use something that I'm not familiar with, that I haven't seen actually work that well for me. I'm not going to do that to you. This is a straight up, if you haven't heard, I'm not making no money. I didn't expect to make any money off of this channel. This channel was because I was excited about what I was doing on my faceless stuff. I've told this before. I saw how easy the AIs were helping me do that. And I said, hey, this is cool. Let's talk about this a little bit. Let's tell some people about what I'm seeing. And I'm blown away that it's gotten to this point. I thought when I started this, it was going to be a little bit more difficult. But after watching a few videos of other people talking about what they're using to do their channels with, and then when I acquired those apps, there's links down there. I'm not pushing on, not promoting them real hard. If you want them, they're down here. I mean, there's TubeMagic, there's a VidIQ, which I wholeheartedly believe in them. There are little links down here. If you click on it, they're going to pay me a couple bucks for sending you over there if you subscribe. They're free. They're free to set up. NVideo, VidIQ, TubeMagic, those are free to hook up and start up and try out and play with a little bit. And I've told you, if you'll go put VidIQ on your setup and go look at YouTube, once you've done that, if you have a channel, you'll see YouTube a little different than you've ever seen it before. You'll see information there that you didn't realize was available to you with that working with your channel. It is a game changer. You hear that word all the time, game changer. Yeah, 2 words. No, It truly is a great one. So either way, I'm not here to sell those. If you want them, there's links down there. Go set them up and have fun. All right. What else did I have for you today? Yeah, just be to be successful on YouTube, you just got to keep posting. There's no silver bullets. There's not no here do these 5 things and this will guarantee that you're going to kick it out of the park. There's none of that. There really isn't. I've looked at them all. I haven't found a one that said all they're doing is just telling you the same thing that I'm trying to tell you, and that's just do what's required, step by step by step. It's not that hard. You work on your thumbnails. Told you about that. You make sure you got a strong title. I've told you about that. Have some content that is informative, teaching someone something, or explaining what you do every day. Entertain people. That's the bottom line. And if you can continuously entertain people in one way or another, either by the information or by what you're doing, then you have a way of just creating a family of people that want to come and hear what you got to say about that subject, or just to see you. I have a couple people here that every video I put up, they will leave me a comment. I absolutely love those guys. So for those guys, I appreciate it. And I've told you before, if you have a channel, I'm still doing that. If you have a channel, leave me a comment. Say yes. If you don't have a channel, say no. If you're thinking about it, just say maybe you're thinking about it, something along that line. That lets me know who's watching and what I need to be talking about. I talked about yesterday the little mini report card I did from 30 days. And then I did another 15-day report yesterday and how much things had changed on here. So if you didn't get to see that video, go back and look at that video because it gives some numbers from yesterday. Well, those numbers have changed today. Those numbers have gone up again. So it's being consistent. Just be consistent. Be consistent. Be informative. Talk to your people. If that's what you're doing, the face channel. If you're being a faceless channel, then all you got to do is just pump out videos. Just pump out videos. And with AI, you can do that rather simple. Just give it the topic. I've explained that in other videos. You can go back and watch. I'm not going to beat the dead horse today with that one. So yes, if you have a channel, if you had a channel in the past and it's not done that well for you, or you lost motivation, either go back and spruce it up, get motivated again, put a new banner on there, put a new logo on there, and just go back at it. Because what happens, and I'm learning this from seeing other people and talking to a few people, that when you have a channel that's done, a little bit over the past, all you have to do, and you haven't done nothing for a year, 6 months, you haven't done no videos at all. If you start pumping out videos now, the algorithm will pick you back up. It will start sending it just like you're brand new. So that's all you have to do is just start pumping out those videos once again, get back into it, or get you another channel. Get you something else that'll get you motivated. Something else that's going to get you up and going every day. Something that's going to say, this is what I want to do. And just be persistent with that. If it's filming your dog out doing whatever it does, I'm gardening, filming. I've told you about that before. Just set up a camera. Put on some music off of YouTube. You want to use YouTube music because you don't have to worry about copyright. And go out there and work in your garden. And do 20, 30 minutes worth of video. You'd be surprised. You would be surprised how many people, if you're doing that every time you go out in the garden, every time you go out and do something, whatever it may be, you'll be surprised at how many people will start watching you. You'll be surprised at how many people will pick it up. And then you can start putting in some little affiliate stuff, for gardening tools that you might be using. Show that I've been using this for 5 years and I love this thing, blah, 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 blah. Put a link down there where they can go pick it up on Amazon. But be informative, be helpful. Show them what you're using in your garden. I just went and bought this garden hose for whatever at Walmart, and I found it on Amazon for blah, 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 blah. You can get it here. Here's my link. That's how people are not worried about so much their count as getting monetized, but they got a little stuff down in the bottom. I got a couple little things down here. I'll get a couple bucks on if you click. I haven't done the buy me a coffee thing. I haven't got into all of that, but there are a couple little affiliate links down here that I'm using every day. And because I use them every day and I see the benefits of them, I want to make sure that people have access to them. And that's why they're down here. It's not that I'm going to make any giant money off of them. It's just that if you get a subscription to them, they're gonna send me a couple bucks. That's about it. But they're helpful, and that's the only reason they're down there. Guys, I love talking to you about it. I love the fact that I'm seeing some growth on everything I'm doing right now is growing. And it's all because I've done exactly what I've been trying to tell you on here. And that's be consistent. It's the biggie. Do those thumbnails, get those titles right. And with VidIQ, you can't, they will help you. They'll grade your thumbnail for you. They'll grade your title for you. They'll grade your description for you, tell you how strong it is, give you advice on how to fix it for you right there in YouTube as you're setting them up. It can't get much easier. All you got to do is follow the instructions. It's not, like I've said before, this ain't brain surgery. This ain't, high mathematics, I've said. This is just something that you can do and being consistent at it. So if you have that channel that you've done some time ago, go look at the big gurus. Go look at Make Money Matt. He started this when he was 14. Go look at back. He's not showing you all his other channels because he's not like I'm not talking about my other channels that much. But when he started those channels, those little videos that he did way back when he was 14 aren't as good as the ones he's doing today. But the thing is, he stayed consistent. He followed the step-by-step way you do this, and that's all you got to do. It's not that hard. If there's anything I can say to you or do for you, or if you want me to talk about another subject, whatever it is, leave me some comments down there. But do tell me if you have a channel, give me a thing down there and say, I have a channel. Thank you. No, I don't have a channel. Thank you. If you're thinking about it, thank you for that. So, guys, I'm going to let you go with that. I ran a little long today because, I wanted to talk more to people that have a channel or, have done this in the past. This is a long term. This is not a marathon. I mean, this is not a sprint. It's a marathon. This is something that you got to say, okay, a marathoner, when he starts running that 26 miles, what does he do? He paces himself. He knows it's going to be a long journey, and that's what you got to do. Don't expect within 4 weeks, wham, bam, here I go. No, this takes time. But if you're doing the evergreens that I've talked about, that's what you want to be doing, because time is on your side, because they're going to grow and grow and grow. Just put up the content. That's all you got to do. Guys, I'm going to leave it with you there. You guys have a good day. And remember, only 2/3 of all videos ever posted on YouTube get over 100 views. It's just the way it is. All right, guys. You have a good day. Daddy-O out.